I'm just gonna talk about this completely unscripted because I really want to, and I'm being forced by someone to make a YouTube video, but I don't want to script anything. Anyways, um, Nintendo sucks. I think we can all agree on that right now. Actually, no, we can't all agree on that because some people still pre-order a Switch 2, which is crazy to me because it's $450. It's a handheld console. Yeah, it can switch between home console and handheld. It sucks though. It is literally, once the PS6 comes out, it's going to be 2 generations behind, which is fine for the Switch because it only costs like 300. 450? Are you kidding me? And I'd be fine with the price, all right? Because yeah, it's a big upgrade from the Switch, so it makes sense that it's a bit more expensive. That's how it works, and inflation and all that. But why are games $80? 70 was controversial for some people. Like Tears of the Kingdom being $70, that was controversial for some people. I was personally fine with it because I don't know, it kind of made sense. Like prices are rising, games have been $60 for a while, so I can get why the like top of the top AAA games are costing $70. But 80 and then 90 for physical releases, which by the way, physical releases aren't even like physical. Like the data isn't on the card. You just insert the card as like a license to play the games. It still has to download everything. So all you're paying for is $10 extra for the case. You can get a poster for that money. You can get a poster for $10 that is literally 5 times or 10 times bigger than the stupid case. And it's $30 more than a normal AAA game for a Switch game with a case. What? How does that make any sense? By the way, Silk Song was what, $30 or something? I know it was $30 at most. And they're releasing Galaxy 1 and Galaxy 2 for $35 each. Those are almost 20-year-old games. 15 years ago or something, there was this thing called Nintendo Selects, which made it so that like fans' favorite games would have cut prices because, you know, it was nearing the end of the Wii era or something like that. And so a lot of games cost $20 then, and that was great. Also, when 3D All-Stars came out, that limited time thing with 3 Mario games for Mario's 35th anniversary, that was $20 for each game because it cost $60 as a whole. And I thought $20 was fine, but some people didn't even think that was fine because it didn't really add anything and stuff like that, which makes sense. I thought it was a good deal because it was $20 for each. But I don't think the bundle of Super Mario Galaxy 1 and 2 being $70 is okay. That makes no sense. That makes literally no sense. But people are still going to buy it and pre-order it even though there's going to be nothing new on it just because they're freaking Nintendo zombies who just buy anything Nintendo presents in front of them, which is crazy. Like the Switch 2 is the fastest selling console of all time. I'm pretty sure it was the most pre-ordered as well. Pre-ordered, even though people know that prices were $80 for their 2 like best launch games, DK Bonanza and Mario Kart World. By the way, Mario Kart World I have a real issue with because wow, it's open world Mario Kart. That's so cool. Honestly, I don't think I would have a better time playing it than I would have playing freaking Double Dash on the GameCube. Speaking of GameCube, we're going to talk about Pokemon right now. Pokemon, why aren't you up to GameCube graphics yet? Seriously, like Super Mario Sunshine legit looks better than anything Pokemon has put out on the Switch, which is wild to me. They literally use like N64 level textures on Scarlet and Violet. I don't even know how it's possible for such a big company to make something so bad. Well, I guess I do. It's because their deadlines are like Call of Duty deadlines. They gotta release something big every single year, even though it's all just slop and it sucks now. Like, Pokemon, I have a suggestion for you. Just make a 2D game again, okay? Your first 5 generations were awesome because you could focus on like the story and making good new Pokemon and making regions that people actually wanted to explore. Not Scarlet and Violet, which has a windmill that moves at like 2 frames per second. Also, going back to the GameCube, this is the last thing. Nintendo, Melee, why do you hate your own game? Why do you hate Melee so much? Melee players love that game because it gives you so much creative freedom on how you want to play it, and it still has a competitive scene. But despite you trying to delete the competitive scene off the face of the earth, because it's such a good game that you have. Why are you trying to demolish that? Why aren't you supporting it? You and the players could get more money if you just supported it. You could get sponsors for events that you do, and then other players could get better sponsors, so it literally just helps both people involved. Why aren't you embracing the competitive scene? You've embraced competitive Pokemon. Why not Smash Bros, which honestly does better than competitive Pokemon and like gets more views regularly, even though you're trying to put it down? Like, I don't understand Nintendo. Why don't you just support your own game? Anyways, that's all the reasons I hate Nintendo now. Pricing sucks. It's terrible. Yeah, bye.